Greetings everyone. In this video I want to talk about prescription drugs.
Greetings! This infinite source truth is made possible by the generous contributions and support of viewers like you. Please consider making a contribution now. Thank you.
Now, you as a source player, prescription drugs and recreational drugs are two different things. Okay? Prescription drugs, which are prescribed to you to treat a condition or whatever when you are at a certain frequency level, if it is prescribed to you to be of benefit to you and you derive benefit from it, then there are no attachments to those things and you benefit from it and it is not held against you. However, if you are doing recreational drugs for the experience and you can try to say, oh, you benefit from them, but in reality you're just getting attachments from them. You're getting entity attachments from them. Just like alcohol gives you spirit attachments, well, drugs give you spirit attachments also, by your consent, because you are choosing and you're consenting to that thing. Now, there is a huge difference between a medically prescribed drug and a recreational drug. Now, I know some of you will say, well, marijuana is prescribed medicinally for you. Well, if it's prescribed medicinally and legitimately, and you know what I mean, and you are consuming it for pain relief or whatever, then it has its season and time in your life. And if it's prescribed, and I say prescribed, it means you're not running out to the local mart to get it because it makes you feel better and alleviates your humdrum life and the reality that you're trying to escape. I'm not talking about that. That's the same as drinking alcohol. You're escaping your reality because you don't like what you created for yourself, or you think that you are tapping into higher frequency information, and you're tapping into lying entities, spirits, and matrix information that is not your source self truth. You don't connect with your source self you never ever connect with your source self using drugs of any kind. That's not how you connect to your source self. You can't connect to your source self using those things. They stand in the way. They put a barrier between you and your source self. If you are using those things, well, then you are in the lower frequency red zones and you will not get that connection that you so desire. That's your choice. Now, you can say that I totally have it wrong, and that's fine. I don't care. You got your experience. I won't go there. Never have and never will. That is where you are getting tripped up because of your addiction and not liking what you have created in your illusionary reality for yourself. That will wind you up with being harvested. Now, back to prescription drugs. If you have a prescribed drug for a season that benefits you to cope with your life experience on the frequency plane that you are currently on, you will not be using that drug forever. You will raise your frequency sufficiently enough where you will not need to have these drugs to cope, to help you along in your journey. If they're prescribed, there is no harm and loss to you in this game experience. Choose wisely. Now, does that mean that because you go to a doctor and they suggest that you take all of these drugs, that you should take every drug that you're being told will benefit you? Because there are people who have whole counters full of drugs and they don't need maybe a couple of them. But you see, doctors get kickbacks from pharmaceutical industries for prescriptions prescribing their drugs. They get kickbacks. At least in America they do. So it benefits the doctor financially to give prescriptions to people who don't even need those drugs, simply as a way of lining their pockets. And you may get a little tiny bit of benefit from it, but you need a good source self-connection to determine if, if something benefits you. If you feel better after taking it, or you feel worse. And I do not say that you should ever just stop a medication that you have been prescribed. Just stop. Lessen it as you go off it, as you're going off of it, because many of these drugs, it's detrimental to you if you try to just stop taking them, because they are mind-altering drugs, and you need to gradually remove yourself from them. Again, it's all, you need to be making good, smart choices for yourself. If you benefit from it and it's a prescribed prescription, then you see, your frequency changes. When you raise your frequency, many of these dis-eases are going to drop off of you, and you will be able to use your mind to control your body, to be able to tell your body how to shape itself, how to tell its organs to perform, how you will be able to refresh and renew your physical body avatar illusion. Get to the higher frequencies. It benefits you. Now, if you have benefited from the information that I share in these videos, then it benefits you to be a supporter of this work, as you get out of these videos what you put into them. And it is a frequency issue for you. It unlocks higher frequencies to you. Abundance, health, and prosperity to you.